Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet down to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've caught 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I've conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome on in. Hope you're all doing well. What is going on, Lacey? Hope you have a great day, my friend. Kiro, hello. Good to see you as always. Draconified, hello. Shiny Cornholio, good morning to you. Skrillbo, good to see you. Happy Lechonk Community Day. That's right, it is Lechonk Community Day. I will be skipping that one probably today. I have the whole line shiny already, and I got a lot of stuff to gotta do with my mom, so I might be just skipping out on that one. Maybe like there happens to be one like in my backyard or something. I'll check it out. But thank you for all the shiny luck, Lacey. And Void Blocks, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. Royson, what's up? Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. How is everyone's week? It's some Diaz and Pokemon Shield. You got 3 shiny Pokemon. What did you get, Draconified? You gotta let me know. Oh, shiny. I love how quick these checks are. I love it. I'm basically just spamming A and then other buttons like nonstop. Jigglypuff, Cresselia, and Clefable, nice. I see a theme there. Got a little bit of pink going on. What's up, Big Cheese Thrifts? Scrape on your knee from when you fell. Stings today. Been rubbing on your pants. I had to put a cotton pad to cover it. I'm sorry, Hero. And Creative Void, thank you so much for the sub. I'm assuming that was you, Void Blocks. I'm doing well, Royson. How you doing? Got my second cup of coffee right here, and spending some time with all you lovely people, which is always nice. My mom came in to visit for Mother's Day on Thursday evening. She'll be here for a while, so that's exciting. That's also why we will be only doing 3-hour streams today and tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow is Mother's Day in the United States, in Canada, and some other countries, I believe. I know in the UK, Mother's Day was last month, or it was in March, maybe? Merlin's trying to help comfort, and always a sweet kitty. Merlin is the sweetest kitty. Oh, shiny. Pop in and say, hey, got a kind of big workload today, so have to come back at lunch depending on when you're going to end. I'll be ending at noon, cheese. I'll be ending at noon. Today and tomorrow I'll be streaming from 9 to noon Eastern Time. Your dad's birthday is on the 11th, so you gotta get with your mom on Mother's Day and your dad the following day. Oh, wow. So, Kira, are they coming to visit you, or are you going to visit them, or are we just talking like phone calls? May 16th, Community Day Classic for Dino. Okay, that's good to know. We're also going to be opening up another 10-pack today. I'm debating, since we already got both of the immersives in the new set. Um, no gold cards, though. We still need, I think, like 30 base cards. I'm debating on whether or not to do the 10-pack in that set or go back to one of the sets where I don't have the immersives. Call, unfortunately, Fly, but that's a lot of money right now. It certainly is. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Well, I'm sure, Kiro, that your mom and dad are going to be very happy to hear from you. Matthew, good morning. Shank Roselli is your first shiny legendary in Pokemon Shield. That's amazing, you're kind of high. Congratulations. Sometimes you forget I'm a shiny hunter. Come on now, Matthew. Please. Please. Have I lost that so quickly? But yeah, we open up a 10-pack. We might be doing the Palkia Dialga packs. A little blast from the past. And we're also going to be doing Guess the Plush and Guess the Marvel Superhero. Hero, you're out to eat cereal with a tiny spoon. That's adorable, Hero. You do prefer smaller spoons? I had a feeling. The shiniest hunter you know. Thank you, Big Cheese. But speaking of not shiny hunting, Matthew, I was actually waiting for you to come in to announce this, but literally 2 minutes before I started stream, I beat the first gym in Omega Ruby on my Professor Oak challenge for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. 33 hours, 51 minutes. I have, I think, 53? I think it's 53 Pokemon caught and registered. The toughest ones were definitely getting Whisper to Exploud and Slackoth to Slacking. Those were rough. Slacking was the last one I got. I got that this morning. And then I had to do some super training grinding for some stones so I get my Gallade, my Delcatty, my Ludicolo, and my Shiftry. But yep, got the first badge done, which is always the toughest. Yeah, Exploud's level 40. Slacking is level 36, but the Slacking line has a much tougher experience level, or whatever you want to call it. It gains experience a lot. Excuse me. It doesn't gain experience a lot slower. They all gain at the same amount. It takes more experience to level it up. That's what I'm trying to say. I also realized something, Matthew, that I never realized before. This is probably common knowledge, and I'm just dumb. And unfortunately, I didn't realize until yesterday, a week into this challenge. There's not a finite amount of experience. There is an unlimited amount of experience per battle. Here's what I mean by that. So what I was doing, the main strategy, especially early game for gaining experience, is to do hordes. In this case, particularly doing a horde of Whismer, because like just base, it gives you, I think, 170 experience. If you have 2 hearts in Pokemon and Me, it's 200 experience. And if you delay an evolution, it's 245 experience. However, that's not split up. That's per Pokemon. It doesn't matter if you use 1 Pokemon in the battle. It doesn't matter if you use 2 Pokemon in the battle. It doesn't matter if you use 3 Pokemon in the battle. Each Pokemon will get that amount of experience. So I had been doing like Whismer to lead and then switching to Masquerain and using Air Cutter to knock out all the Whismer. And Whismer was getting 245 experience. Masquerain was getting 200. But I found out that if I start off with Whismer, then I switch to Slackoth, then I switch to Masquerain. Masquerain gets the 200 experience still, and Whismer and Slackoth each get 245 experience. So you could theoretically do your entire team of 6, and each one of them would gain the same amount of experience as if you just did 1 Pokemon in the battle. Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was like it was in these olden games where you split up the experience. I didn't know that the experience was static, you know, regardless of how many Pokemon. It's crazy. But I'll certainly be using that for the rest of the playthrough. Gen 6 was the first to adopt that method. I wish you know what? I just thought about this and now I'm a little ticked off. I wish I would have known that when I was doing X and Y. Wish I would have known that when I was doing X and Y. It is always nice to learn stuff. But yeah, so that's going well so far. I only need six. I only need to catch 6 Pokemon for the next badge and then evolve them. That shouldn't be too bad. A Battle Chateau is so good you don't even need a switch method. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I still did use a switch method, but yeah, I missed the Battle Chateau. You know what's crazy though, Matthew? Not having the Battle Chateau in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire made it seem so much longer for the first badge, but it still was literally over 20 hours less. Um, 20 hours less than it was in X and Y. But that's how much I got used to the Battle Chateau. I was like, oh my gosh, this is taking so long. But no, it actually took a lot quicker. We all make mistakes, we learn from it, that's true. And you guys learn through my pain, exactly. Oh, my nose is a little tickly. So what everyone else get up to this week? I know Draconified got a few shinies. How about everybody else? I know Kira's having to apply some bandages to the scrape. Matthew, did you accomplish anything this week? Still hunting Charmander. You're gonna get it, Kiro. I promise you're gonna get it. Fastest Ultra Moon hunt to date. Shiny Lillipup #2 on the 3rd call. That's incredible, Matthew. Congratulations. Now, are you going to be like me, and since you got it so quickly and therefore didn't get any guaranteed max IVs, you're going to leave that as the unevolved Lillipup? That's what I would do. Like, the ones that had, like, the worst stats, I would leave as the unevolved form, and the best stats would become the highest evolved. Tons of shinies on Ultra Moon. 2 Jupiter, 2 Smoochum, and others don't even remember. I didn't even hear about the Jupiter or Smoochum. Congratulations, Matthew. They're literal trophies. Well, I know that. I don't really care about stats or battling either. But I don't know why. Like, if I have to get like 3 shinies for a line, I will still take the one that has the best stats and make that the most evolved. Even though it's just gonna sit in home forever, I still do that. I'm also surprised that for all the thousands of, I mean, I guess I'm still technically under odds, but all the thousands of Whismur that I saw in Horde hunts, or in Horde battles, in Oris, I still have not seen a shiny. Cutie Fly, Miracle with Imprison and Absorb. I don't remember specifically, but that sounds like a good one. I think. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. You're gonna get it, Kiro. Having no luck with your shiny hunt for Latios, you'll get it, Draconified. Everyone's gonna get them. It's just a matter of when. We are now officially 1/8 of odds. No, that's not right. Why did I say that? We're officially 1/6 of odds. When is the point? Exactly. Going for Natu now, concerned going for Miltank Tauros, call rate of 3 though. Natu, what was the deal with Natu? There was something specific with Natu. What is it like? I think can it have teleport? I think you have to get I think you have to have a certain level caller so that it doesn't learn teleport. Is that what it is? But you can still get around teleport. I don't think that was the issue. What was the issue with Natu? I can't remember. Miltank Tauros Kari 3. Yeah, go for it, dude. I never got Tauros in SOS, but I did get my Miltank there. And it's a pain in the butt doing a call rate of 3, certainly, but I don't personally feel like it's as bad as some people make it out to be. Orange sets right outside teleport range. Confuse rate, ominous wind, stored power. Um, yeah, now I'm curious. Hold on a second. I gotta look this up. I remember there was like it wasn't like difficult, but it was something that I had to keep in mind with Natu. Maybe it was the ominous wind, but what poke? Oh, intimidate Statland. To get around ominous wind, that makes sense. That does make sense. Learn sets. Then Natu. Locations. I'm assuming you're doing well, you have to be doing a call outskirts. You're certainly not hunting at Pokepelago. 21 to 24. Okay, that's it, Matthew. Yeah, it can be levels 21 to 24. You need to have a level 23 or higher so it has Confuse Ray. Confuse Ray takes the place of Teleport. That's what it is. Level 21 or 22 will know Confuse Ray. Or will know Teleport, I mean. SOS for Delmice was a pain, but you got it. Nice. Yeah, that one was a pain. I do remember that one being quite the pain. Also, thank you to whoever just subscribed. Brings up to 2525, which is a lovely number. Yeah, it's just one of those things like where you just need to like once like you just want to make sure that you like your first encounter is the right level. And then if the shiny shows up and happens to be 21 or 22, actually that might be what it is. Matthew, I don't know if you have a mean look Pokemon on your team. Um or a sleeper, but that might be the best play. And I screwed up the counter somehow. I'm going to assume I went over instead of under. But yeah, hunting it with a normal type Pokemon is definitely a smart play. That way you don't have to worry about Ominous Wind at all, and therefore you don't really have to worry about stored power. I mean, at that point, can it really do anything to you? I mean, stored power, I guess, hits you, but it's such a weak move by itself. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. You okay? Sorry about that, guys. Mom dropped a water bottle on the floor, and for some reason it sounded like she knocked over the whole refrigerator. Taunt. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Yeah, Confuse Ray, that can be annoying if, I don't know if Stoutland has Substitute, but that's a good way to get around that. There you go, Substitute. Nice. What's your held item, Matthew? Is it leftovers? Still on need for the Zapdos must be hard. Yeah, I mean, we're still... I mean, Everin, welcome back in. Good to see you again. We're still way under odds. The odds are 1 in 81.92, so the fact that we're at 13.88, I'm not too worried yet. Not at all. Leftovers, yeah, that's a pretty good setup then. I don't think I ever used Stoutland, but that's a good play. Then, well, to be honest, I never really think about Stoutland. Yeah, I'm not worried yet. It'll be several weeks before I start to get worried. Clocky with the 32 months of membership. You got this up to you. Thank you so much, Clocky. Can we please get some hype in the chat for AM Clockwork? Amazing streamer. You always think about the doggos? I don't know why. That line just never had much of a... I don't want to say impact. I'm going to say impact. It's never had much of an impact on me. Lucky, how old is Archer now? I was thinking about that the other day. Like, in my head, he's still like a brand new baby, but he's probably like 6 years old now. Is he driving? Did you teach him to shave yet? 16 months, that's crazy. So tomorrow is going to be Emily's second Mother's Day. Shiny hunting Abra and Ultra Moon is a stressful hunt. Well, actually, once there's a very specific strat that can make it really easy. All you need to do is have a mean look Pokemon. As soon as the battle starts, you use mean look. Once the second Pokemon gets called in, there's like, I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's intentional, but if there's two Pokemon on the screen, like if there's like a regular, like there's a caller and a callee, if there's two Pokemon on the screen, teleport won't work. So you just have to mean look it until the first one gets called in, and then you can switch to your hunt, or to your hunter, and then it works fine. Stoutland doesn't learn taunt. Oh my gosh, Matthew, what even the heck? Kiro with the 20 gifted memberships. My goodness gracious, Kiro, thank you so much. Going out to Detective Neon, Carl, hope to see you in heaven, Ryan Mullins, King Sunday, Coco, Oof, Luis, Melon, Nate, Ruffy, Daryl, JV, 4VYX OPM, Coldeep, nice, Turbofish, Forever Destiny, Master Oka, or Ocha, Reshi, Joe, Nicole, and yeah, Carl, you got a membership. You can thank Kiro for that. You can use mean look on the first mon switch, and both mons will be affected by the entire hunt. Use mean look on the first mon. Wait for the first Abra to show up. The first called in Abra to show up. Then you can switch out, no problem. Once the shiny shows up, then bring your mean looker back in. Bring your mean looker back in. Use mean look on the shiny, and then KO the caller. Just popped in for it. Got to go. All right, Carl. Have a great rest of your day. Everin, unfortunately, you did not get a gift of membership this time. Keep in mind they are random. You cannot choose who they go for. Also, make sure that you have opted in for gifts. I think, is it exclamation point gift or gifts? Let me see here. I know you're probably on mobile, and this is going to make it tougher. Unfortunately, I don't know what to do about that because YouTube is stupid. Wait for 2 months to show up and then use mean look. No, 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 Matthew. That's no, no. That's no, no. That's no. No, no, no. I like all 25. Thank you, Draconified. Use mean look turn 1. Yes, because like how do you put okay, so Matthew, like here's the best way I can describe it like from the back end. You know how like when you get into a battle and you go to use an attack, right? And if there's only one Pokemon on the screen, you use an attack and boom, it attacks the Pokemon on the screen. But once there's two Pokemon, like there's a caller and a callee, you hit like attack and then you get to choose which one of the two spots, right? You know what I'm talking about? You with me so far? Okay. Once the battle system gets to the point where there's two spots that you can choose from, teleport won't work. If there's two active spots, teleport won't work, regardless if there's two Pokemon in there or not. Keith, good morning. Shiny hunting and Relicath was an Odyssey. Oh yeah, that's a tough one. That's definitely a tough one. You don't understand anything I'm saying because you don't understand what I'm talking about. Everin, we were talking about SOS hunts in Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Matthew and I are talking about. Mean Look will reactivate passively once you switch the Mean Looker back in. Once you switch the Mean Looker back in, you still have to use Mean Look again. And I can't remember exactly if you do need to do that when the shiny switches in, but I do feel like that's the best option just to be safe. It's been years since I've done that hunt. I might play around and redo that just so I can be 100% positive what I'm talking about. But I do know that if there's two Pokemon on the field, teleport won't work. 25% chance unless the shiny is level 23 or 24. That sounds about right. SOS hunts were fun and stressful. Very much so. I love SOS hunts. It's probably my favorite shiny hunting mechanic. How about the Star Fox 64 remake? Shiny Cornholio, thanks for bringing that up. I forgot to talk about that. I'm excited. Star Fox 64, I loved on the N64 when it came out. I played that game so much. So, yeah, having a remake is pretty exciting. I think the graphics for the game look pretty good. I know a lot of people are talking about the models of the characters, but I gotta be completely honest. I don't care. When you play Star Fox 64, you spend about 95 to 98% of your time like on a third-person camera behind the R-Wing. So I don't really know when the models are going to even be there other than cutscenes, which I don't care about. I don't feel like that's going to affect my gameplay whatsoever. I mean, people are entitled to their opinions. If they don't like the models, that's fine. But I don't care personally. The animals aren't attractive. Too bad, Clocky. Somehow I'll manage. You don't ever feel like ever shiny hunting because it takes too long and you're impatient. I can understand that. I didn't shiny hunt for a very long time because I felt like it would take too much time and I wouldn't have the patience. But I realized, I discovered that patience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Island scan hunts, yeah, I only completed 2 of those. I got the Electros and the Scatterbug, but yeah, they were fun. I liked them. I like that for the most part, you can implement the repel trick pretty successfully. So wise. I just repeat things that I've learned or heard. But no, I am excited about Star Fox 64. I'll definitely pick it up. I would like to replay that game. I think the graphics look amazing. I will say though, as excited as I am about it, as much as I'm going to enjoy it, there was a little bit of me that was like, okay, so just going down the nostalgia pipeline again. We're not making a new Star Fox game. We're just remaking a really good Star Fox game. Okay, Nintendo. And this isn't limited to just Nintendo. I think it's just like pop culture in general nowadays. Such a wide percentage of all new stuff is nostalgia based. I say new, like in quotes. Have the Pokemon the same level as the Island Scan Pokemon, right? Even yeah, movies do it, TV shows, video games, music. Not as common in music, but I mean, how many times have we seen like remastered versions of albums? I mean, I've personally gotten to the point where if there is a sequel to a classic movie, or if there is a reboot or a relaunch of a classic TV show, I'm not that interested because I know that they're going to be not every time. There's times where I've been proven wrong, but for the majority of the time, they're going to be so dependent on nostalgia bringing people back to watch it. They're not going to care that much about the quality. And instead of actually putting together, uh, creative, innovative scripts, they're going to rely like almost solely on references to the things that people enjoyed about the original. Verge level 50, remember them being level 70? I can't speak for other games because I don't remember that well, but in these games, yep, they're 50. Songs with almost identical instrumental melodies but different lyrics, that's a different thing. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. Like the whole 4-chord thing is pretty fascinating. I used to watch the Axis of Awesome 4-chord videos like constantly because I just thought they were so cool. Mario 64 remake would be awesome. I mean, yeah, it would be cool. I think a new Mario game would be pretty cool as well. Pop music has a simple structure that artists hopefully unintentionally steal music all the time. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. I mean, I know I hope it's unintentional, but yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure, Matthew, you've seen all the stuff about the classic 4 chords that most pop songs use. And that, um, structurally, there's a lot of songs that are basically the same song. Oh my gosh, Everin, you got me so good. You trolled me good. No shiny. Did you guys see the shiny Zapdos that Jerry made for me last week? I was looking for a Gen 3 shiny Zapdos sprite to put on the overlay, and um, Jerry and Kem worked together to get this one for me that you see on the overlay right down here. But then Jerry also made me another one. Let me show it to you. I like it. It's probably even better. But here's the other shiny Zapdos sprite that Jerry made. I don't know why he didn't bother to color in the legs, but I think that looks pretty nice. It also looks nothing like the shiny, but that's a whole different story. More accurate than the real sprite, right? Very reminiscent of the Zapdos base set card. Maybe that's what he based it off of. Wow, we've already done 166 checks. Well, 164. This is going to be 165 and 166. You guys know what I'm trying to say. It is 9:36 though, which means it is time for nothing yet. Let's wait until we get more people in here. Biblically accurate Zapdos, exactly. We have 3 mini games to play today within 3 hours. So I'm trying to time out how best to do this. I can't, in good conscience or good faith, open up pocket packs without Anne-Marie here. I'm going to get yelled at if I do the Pokemon plush too early. And I guess the Marvel Superhero is basically just for Jerry anyway. How do I always have more viewers than likes? I don't know. I wish I could answer that. I wish I would have more likes than viewers. I do have more likes than viewers. Good. Yeah, more likes than viewers. That's standard. That's normal. That's what you want. You want to have more likes than viewers. But how? Because so when I start the stream, there's not like you have to get into the stream now, and you're not allowed to leave until it's over. So people are coming and going throughout the whole stream. So I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Like, there's going to be more people that go through the stream throughout the 3 hours than there currently are in the stream. Some people will leave, some people will come in. Yeah, it's you know it's always in flux. People are coming and going. So you want to have the goal is you want to have more likes than viewers, more likes than concurrent viewers. But like as a comparison, I'll let you know that um, so far 117 people have come in and seen the stream versus the 15 likes that we have so far. What's up, Everin? Really standard, around 10% of viewers will like a stream. Yeah, I mean, that seems like a reasonable number, I would imagine. I would guess. That's probably a good number. I don't know. I haven't really done the research. Matthew, what are your plans for tomorrow? And to any other mothers or husbands of mothers. If it ain't something evil like tarot cards you like, thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate you. Why do I still have Nightbot saying save? Because it's not just for me, it's for anybody else that's currently playing. I guess we can turn it off. I'm probably the only one left playing Fire Red Leaf Green anyway. We'll deactivate it for now. Timers. We'll delete it. I guess there's not a way to deactivate. Oh no, wait, there's the enable. There we go. Boom. Okay, there we go. Natasha, what's going on? My favorite duck friend. You're actually in the middle of a Leaf Green playthrough? Well, make sure you save, Everin. I have a gig in the morning. If your wife's still up for it, she has either food poisoning or stomach bug. We'll probably have to put Mother's Day on hold. Oh no! Matthew, there's been a lot of stomach stuff going on in your household lately. I'm doing well, Natasha. I'm doing better now that you're here. Stop it. I will not. Her side of the family are going to meet either later this month or next month. And split Mother's and Father's Day. Gotcha. Usually cook something for your mom. You're so sweet. Yeah, I will be taking Mom out to breakfast tomorrow morning before stream. And then she wants to go see The Devil Wears Prada 2. So we'll be doing that as well. Should look at the times for that. Tickets. Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, we should go see that instead. Billie Eilish hit me hard and soft the tour. Interesting. Sheep Detectives. I heard that's a good family film. Devil Wears Prada 2. 4 p.m. we'll probably go to. Or maybe 1. We'll go to the 1 p.m. show. When is Zapdos going to say Shiny Sparkle sounds? Hopefully soon. Mewtwo, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I think 1 o'clock tomorrow would work perfectly. Happy Saturday to you, John. Hope you're doing well. We've already done 206 checks. 206 checks in 45 minutes is crazy. It's cray cray. Shiny. Almost got a Shundo level 1 Tiny Lechonk today. What do you mean almost? Or Shnundo. I'm sorry, Shnundo. I'm assuming you mean Shnundo because, or I'm assuming you mean almost because it wasn't exactly a Nundo. It probably had like one IV or whatever they're called. $100. Dang. I'm sorry, Mewtwo. You're very happy because more friends are here? Aw, I like that. I'm happy too. Are we skipping community day today? I'm not going to actively participate. I already have the whole line shiny. My mom's here. We got stuff to do, but I'll probably still like check in the backyard. If there happens to be some shiny Lechonks in the backyard, I'll catch them, and if they got better stats, I'll keep them. Still stoked about though. Also got a Dynamax shiny Cottony. Congratulations! Happy birthday, Jess. How are you? I'm assuming that's Happy Mother's Day early. Or Mother's Day Eve. Happy Mother's Day Eve. Happy Mother's Day Eve to you too, Jess. Fantastic job. You did a fantastic job. Your pack luck on your alt has been insane this week. Tell me all about it, Mewtwo. Yeah, I think we might actually do our 10-pack today on the Palkia or Dialga set. Because I still don't have either one of those immersives. Which is the better immersive, Dialga or Palkia? Or we could do the Buzzwole. I don't have the Buzzwole. Dialga, in your opinion? Okay. Should we do Dialga or Buzzwole? Immersive and Rainbow in the same pack, a 1-star and another Rainbow border, all back to back to back. That's crazy, Mewtwo. That's cuckoo bananas. Dialga? Okay, we'll do a Dialga 10-pack then. Say Palkia, you think he's cool? Palkia is pretty cool. And I do need both. I'd like to get both eventually. What is up with that character? That's the third time I've seen that character. Have I ever gotten a God Pack? I got a God Pack once. And I'm not one to complain, but I'm going to complain a little bit. I got one God Pack, and the God Pack had a dupe. Matthew would say that is classic hefty luck. Let's see, where's a picture of it? Here it is. I got 2 Rainbow Guzzlords in the same pack. At least all the rest of them were new. I have a Spirit Dialga I could trade to you if they allow it. Yeah, hopefully eventually they will. Double the likes and viewers. Love to see it. Yeah, I'm assuming that's a waving hand. What set was that? I think that was the Buzzwole set. I think it was. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it was definitely Alolan based. Because I got Buzzwole, Tapu Koko, Alolan, Doug Trio, and 2 Guzzlords. Failed your Rainbow Border Zoroark from Wonder Picks that stung. I'm sorry, buddy. If it was up to me, you would have gotten it. But yeah, I think people are using the hand wave, and the hand wave emote's not coming through for me. It looks like a Chinese symbol and then a subscript A. It's really weird. Happy birthday, Strawberry Tart Lexi. How are you? Let's get some birthday hype in the chat. Cam have that problem too? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I thought people were being weird, but no, it's just my chat's being weird. It's just not showing that particular emote. 55% you think we're gonna get today. That's pretty insane. I see both of those, Jess. I see both of those. So maybe people aren't waving hands. I assume people are waving hands. But I see both of those ones. How's Hefty Mom? She's doing well. She's moving stuff around the kitchen right now. I'm sure she'll pop in here shortly. Yeah, I see that one, Everin. Maybe it's the YouTube hand wave? Let me try. I don't know if I'd be able to see it from my end. Let's see here. Is it this one? Is the kitchen being reorganized? Of course it is. Mom's visiting. See that one. So I don't know what the emote is that I'm not being able to see. Not being able to see. I don't know if that's proper grammar or not. Not able to see. It's a hero. I see all those hands. Yeah, I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. When Mewtwo said hi to Kiro, whichever emote it was that Mewtwo used when Mewtwo said hi Kiro, that's the emote I can't see. So, Lexi, what are your big birthday plans? There was no emote? You didn't use an emote when you said hi to Kiro? That's bizarre. Then I'm just getting random... I'm getting random characters. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is important. This is the most important thing we'll do all day. Window capture. Add source. And it's this. All right. So here's so you guys can see this. Let me make it a little bit bigger. See right there. See where Mewtwo says hi Kiro right below Everin and right above Kiro saying hi Mewtwo? That's what I've been seeing off and on all morning. Is that I don't know if it's Chinese or Korean or Japanese symbol followed by an A. That's what I've been seeing. So I don't know what's up with that. Yep, there it is. Jess. It just showed up in your chat. It just showed up where you said, "Oh." This is a problem Kim had too during his stream. Must be a YouTube problem. Interesting. So it's just randomly putting symbols in. Just randomly putting symbols in that people aren't even typing. You don't see it? Yeah. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what I see. See? Right there. In your message. What's up, Mantine Matt? How you doing? It's very weird. Well, now I'll know that people aren't putting emotes there. It's just YouTube is adding it into the message, so I don't have to worry about what it means. Matt, what have you been up to? And how's the little man Tyke doing? Finally, day we can come to stream. Such a glorious day. It is truly a glorious day when I get to see you. Weird. John Streckert, I know you did that on purpose. You little freak. Broken YouTube, yep. Yeah, I don't know why it's putting in random things. Merlin turned your hand into a pillow. Oh, that's adorable. Jerry, what's up? Think that feature translates messages into English? What? By back, you mean you haven't been here this weekend? Well, you're back from Sunday. Jerry, I was showing everyone your Zapdos earlier. Brother, he had a rough week and a half, and he's taking a day at a time now. I'm sorry to hear that, Mantine Matt. I hope your weekend goes smoothly and quietly. What's up, Meta Champion? Good to see you. Now that Jerry's here, we can play our first mini game, which is Guess the Marvel Superhero. So if someone were to speak like Spanish in chat, it would show up in English for me. That it would be a cool feature. I don't think that's what's going on though. Nerd. What's up, Gumbo? Not Doctor Strange. Are those letters weird? Well, it depends on what language you speak, because those letters are used in different languages. Not Colossus. Holy smokes! 3306 Gymnast, 142 for number 2. I'm glad. Congratulations on getting the first one. Not the Thing. Not Spider-Man. You want to test it with Italian hello? Okay. Not Ant-Man. Ciao. Yeah, it just says ciao. Just says ciao. I mean, I would like a feature where it translates messages into English. That way we wouldn't have to, you know, delete messages that are probably fine that aren't in English. Not Wonder Woman, not Havoc. Not Wolverine. Not Spider-Gwen. Not Human Torch. Also, by the way, I made some changes to the background in the room here. I should say I've made changes to this room more than the background, because some of the changes you can't really see. One of the changes I made was I moved all the Batman books down to the basement display case, because I've gotten enough of them now that they wouldn't fit up here anymore. So now, let me go this way. Now that first shelf is Marvel Modern Era Epic Collections. Also, my mom brought up a care package for my dad and his 3D printer. I'll be showing off a few of those things in a little bit here. But not Iron Man, not Thor, not Nightcrawler, not Captain Marvel. Mr. Correct Madam himself, Venom. Mewtwo, you are 136% correct. It is, in fact, Venom. This is Venom Volume 5, Carnage Unleashed. This is all the Venom comics from 1994 to 1995. Some cool stuff in here. Including the Scarlet Spider fighting Venom for the first time. Scarlet Spider was Peter Parker's clone. And that issue happens to also have the first appearance of the Scarlet Spider costume. 136%, because why not? Why not? It sounds like a good number. But yeah, here they are fighting. Because they can't use their words and get along. They don't have good conflict resolution. What else we got going on here? Oh, that's a pretty cool one. That's a cool shot. Venom. Again, fighting. Just no conflict resolution whatsoever. Masuda record by 20. That's crazy. Let's see what else we got going on here. There's some other cool stuff in here. I mean, here's the title stuff. Venom, Carnage Unleashed, Venom vs. Carnage. Good stuff. And there's another one in here that I thought was pretty neat. Anne Weying, Venom's ex-wife, getting the symbiote suit for the first time. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Nice, good stuff. Jess, your Audi enjoys mowing. You may not, Jess. You may not enjoy mowing, but your Audi does. You like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's an awesome number. It is an awesome number. Why, though? I don't know. You'll have to ask your Audi. Thank you all for playing Guess the Marvel Superhero. And congratulations to Mewtwo on winning. How can you communicate with your Audi? You can submit a request to management, and they will pass it along to your Audi, and then you will receive a response from the Audi in either written form or perhaps a video. You understand nothing? That's okay. I still like you. Oh my gosh, Everin, you got me so good. After many years of precise and rigorous training, both physical and mental, John Shuckert lets a mighty fart rip. For many generations, tales of this legendary fart will be told. Nice. You call it if John wins against the Pokemon plush, you get the cool points. I mean, you and John are going to hash that out. I'm going to stay out of this one. I'll let you two figure that one out. And the winner get a membership. You know, I wish people could select who gets gifted memberships, but gifted memberships are random. Jerry, are you still here? I have important questions for you. Somebody who accidentally sub can get a membership. If they opted in for gifted memberships, yes. Jerry, what are you and Jerry Mom doing for Mother's Day? And will you be doing anything with Jerry Mom-in-law? Hem Nation, what's going on? Merlin's so cuddly, took a picture of him on your stomach. Aw, that's adorable. Ham, did you have any luck yesterday? I'm assuming you didn't, because I didn't get a ping and no one mentioned it this morning. Going to Breckie today since she hates the Mother's Day crowds. There's a nice pancake place downtown we're going to. Nice. I like pancakes. No luck. I'm sorry to hear that, Cam. Mother-in-law has to work, so we might do something on Monday. Okay. So sounds like possibly just like a chill Sunday for the family. Did I get shiny Zapdos yet? I did, but I wanted to get a second one, so I reset. I wanted to try and get two at once. Have multiple triples yesterday. That's pretty cool. Not as cool as getting the shiny, but you know, cool. I did, I mentioned this earlier, but I did, just before stream, finish the first gym in Omega Ruby in my Oris Professor Oak Challenge. 35 hours, 11 minutes. So about 20 hours less than my XY first badge, even though it felt longer. But I have my first gym badge now, so that's exciting. Two shinies at once, but you didn't see it on camera? Exactly. I'm also upset that I didn't know something that apparently was just common knowledge, because I mentioned it, and Matthew Snyder was like, oh yeah, everybody knows that, you dum-dum. That, unlike previous gens like this one, wild Pokemon don't have a set amount of experience that gets split amongst all the Pokemon in the battle. Every Pokemon in the battle receives the same amount of experience, whether there's one Pokemon, two Pokemon, three Pokemon. Just doing a Professor Oak challenge for every game now. Definitely doing it for all of Gen 6 so that I can get the Shiny Charms and all of them again. Plus have just a Gen 6 living dex in case I ever need it in the future. Because I didn't, because everything had been transferred up to 7. And then I do plan on doing a Gen 5 living dex, or a Gen 5 Professor Oak challenge. And because I want to get the Shiny Charm in Black and White 2, which means I'll also have to do it in Gen 4. Bit rude the Zapdos not to turn around and talk to me, right? Exactly. So, I mean, I guess eventually, John, the answer is yes, I will. But for right now, it's... excuse me. It's serving two reasons. One, for the fun of it, and two, to make it a little bit more fun and interesting to get the Shiny Charms. Snito, good morning. So, like, for example, after I do Gen 6, after I do Gens 4 and 5, I'll probably do Gen 7 at some point. I don't need to. I currently have the Shiny Charm in all those games. But, you know, what the heck? It might be fun. I used to have the shiny charm in all the Gen 6 games. I did a lot of shiny hunting there, but a couple years ago, shinies got Pokemon X, and I said, and this was before bank shut down. I said, "Oh, okay. Well then, I'll play along with you. I'll restart Pokemon Y, and then I can trade you all the version exclusives you need." And then he never started Pokemon X, and then bank shut down. So I was stuck here with a Pokemon Y that was still like before the first gym. So bank never shut down. You know what I'm trying to say. Don't be pedantic. Um, so I was stuck with the Pokemon Y that you know, I had lost everything in. So I said, all right, well, I'll just restart all the games. And so I did. Is that my villain arc? No. Villain arc hasn't happened yet. $322 checks already. That's pretty good. 322 checks in an hour and 12 minutes. Still have a chance? You do still have a chance. A chance of what? I don't know. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Alright, here we go. Still throwing me off that the Switch 2 is a little bit darker. The screen's a little bit darker, so every time I check, the beak is a little darker on the bottom screen. I mean, it's not bright orange. That should be the giveaway, but it still throws me off. Nice to see 31 degrees Celsius in your office right now. Holy smokes, that's hot. After a sunny day and playing Jack and Daxter open goal on your PC with mods, 4K graphics. That sounds like a fun day, Stephen. Make Switch 1 screen slightly darker. I don't even know how to do that. Can I do that? We're almost a 10th to Drago. We are Mewtwo. We are almost a 10th to Drago. Little hogs of the pink variety. Good luck on the Lechonk, Steven. Yeah, I already have the whole. I don't know how. I already have the whole line shiny in Ghost. So I'm not really gonna be participating actively today. But like, if there happens to be like some in my backyard that are shiny, I'll catch them and just compare the stats. And if they're better than what I have, I'll keep them and get rid of the bad ones. Four male shiny, no shiny female. Dang. Well, I hope you get one today. 344 checks in an hour and 15 minutes. We're gonna hit 2,000 today. What are me and Hefty Mom up to this weekend? Well, we're gonna be hanging around the house for most of today, I think. Tomorrow for Mother's Day, I'm gonna be taking her out for breakfast in the morning, and then after stream, I'll be taking her to the movies. She wants to go see Devil Wears Prada 2. Other than that, I think it's gonna be kind of a chill week. I do have to work this week, but I'll be probably taking off early most of the days just to spend some more time with her. But 3 female, 1 male, so you're done with the set. Nice, Steven. Congratulations. But yeah, she brought me a care package from home. Hefty Dad sent up some stuff. Let me show you. Do it again in Pokemon Evolved. What is Pokemon Evolved? Is that some sort of ROM hack? I don't really play ROM hacks on stream. Oh, let's just do this check real quick. So, look at this one. Little Houndour Pokeball. I think that turned out real nice. Every Pokemon has 2 or 3 new evolutions. That's pretty neat. And then I got this Tentacool Pokeball, which I think is pretty sharp. I like this one a lot. And then this one's really cool too. This is the Kangaskhan. I like this, got the little baby right there. Nick and Hefty Dad's 3D printers could be best buds. They pretty much are best buds. They talk a lot. And then this one's really cool. This isn't like, this is a little bit of a custom one, right? This isn't canon. This isn't official. But look at this pink rose Bulbasaur. Official merch? No, just 3D printed. 3D printed. There's a couple of guys online that design custom Pokeballs that you can download the I don't know what you want to call them, the blueprints, and print them. Yeah, so I think they're pretty neat. So they are now going over here along with my existing ones, my Pokeball, Premier Ball, the Suing Pokeball, and the Poliwhirl one that Shiny sent me last week. And I don't know if you can really see it, but I also now have a I can't figure out how to use my hand. I got a Charmander. I got a little Charmander to go along with the Charizard. So happy little Charmander. Pokemon merch is so hit or miss. The fans always trounce the official merch. That's very true, Stephen. 100% true. You got Silas Ball sent it to me? Yeah, send it to me. I'd love to see it. You're next to my right ear. Right here? This one? That's a guy called Batman. He's a superhero. He fights crime. Like goal 40. Thank you, Shiny Cornholio. I wasn't sure if it's Vader. I mean, that's fair. From that distance, I could totally see that being Vader. You know, to be fair, I never thought about it before. The only big difference between Vader and Batman is the helmet. There's other differences, but I'm talking about the big difference. Oh, that's adorable, Jess. I love it. That turned out really nice. Not really fussed about this community day. If it was 3 times catch XP, you'd be more inclined to go out, as that on top of the 1.5 catch XP from the timed research would be broken. That would be pretty crazy. Oh my gosh, Shiny Cornholio is just farting up the chat. Not even a good one. Everyone's looking at Shiny Cornholio with disgust and disappointment. Who would win Vader versus Batman? Oh my gosh. That's a good question. What do you think of Keaton the Flash? Best bit of genuinely disgraceful movie? Honestly, Steven, I did not see The Flash. I didn't see it. But yeah, I would imagine that Keaton returning as Batman would be pretty darn awesome. Theft? What the heck? Theft? Theft is a command? I didn't even know theft was a command. Wait. Mewtwo, did you just type theft or furt? Furt is Romanian for theft. It is. It's translating it. It's translating it. That's insane. It was bad. You were angry during the first half of the movie, and the awful CGI Speed Force bit happened, and you just started laughing with your roommate in the cinema, laughing the best at it all. That's crazy. Mia, good morning. Hunt's going well. You're questioning your outing and wonder he died 9 times, right? Exactly. So yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. Is it's translating. So it doesn't say F-U-R-T on my side. It says theft, T-H-E-F-T. I like the concept. How am I liking the translator? It would have been nice to know about it, Kim. I spent the first half of the stream trying to figure out what the heck it is. All I saw was the random characters that everyone said I didn't type that in. At first, I thought it was a screwed up emote. Pre-ordered the deluxe Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, which comes out soon. Yeah, 22nd, right? I'm excited about that too. That symbol is Russian that we can't figure out. Well, apparently, Furt is Romanian. Kim, maybe if I was. That's some nice passive aggressiveness there. I'm proud of you. Symbol the same as Google Translate? Well, that would make sense. Can you test it again with Japanese? Hello in Japanese, see if it translates? Sure, go for it. Upset about PC requirements and then putting on anti-piracy software on it, which affects performance. Imagine many angry PC fan reviews. Okay, yeah, Kira, that worked. Hello, konnichiwa. Interesting, okay. The problem is, I shouldn't say the problem is. There's lots of things that probably... I did not Mewtwo. There's lots of things that probably do mean something else in a different language that are not being used for a different language. They're going to show up as something different. If that makes sense. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Is the bracket part of Kira's message auto-translate? I don't know. Like hello, yes. It says hello on my side. Chad doesn't necessarily need to remain English now. The translate is an option. Yeah, like that would be a very nice thing if that's the case. But I feel like it's. I mean, it's going to be better than nothing. But I feel like it's not going to be 100% accurate because there have been several messages already that have been flagged as translated that were in English to begin with. What's up, Scratch Master? But yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. Now I translate Italian hello when you type it. Good. Type hello and Google translates it to hello. Using the AI stuff they've been using for videos. Oh yeah, totally, Steven. I mean, it's 100% AI. There's no way around that. It wouldn't be able to be anything other than that. Because it needs to detect what it believes to be a different language and then look up what that language is and then do a translation to English. So I fail to translate sometimes. Yeah. I mean, but like I said, something's better than nothing, I suppose. There will just definitely be some times where it doesn't work correctly. What if it was just one YouTube guy per stream who's actively translating these messages? That'd be pretty wild. But yeah, I mean, I like as a streamer, like I've always felt bad when people that don't speak English come into my chat, because I mean, obviously, there's nothing wrong with not speaking English, but I can't read their messages. I don't know what they're saying, so you know, that stinks. So I'm glad they're actually trying to do something about that. And maybe they did let us know. Maybe there was an email or something that I just didn't read. It probably just got flagged as spam because it was from YouTube. Shiny Zapdos is cool. Hope you can get it. Thank you, Randy. I hope so too. Thing is, it would translate for you on your end, but does YouTube provide subtitles for viewers who don't speak English? I was just thinking about that, John. I know that is something that is actually being worked on. I don't know how. I don't know if it's like rolled out for everyone yet, but I do know that that is a thing. Like, I don't know if I have it, and I don't know how I would know if I have it. I know, like, for videos, that's, I think, pretty much rolled out completely. I do know that there are some streamers that are getting auto-translated, like, in real time, which is pretty wild. I can't imagine that I have that set up on my channel yet. Hope they don't translate a Pokemon name, though. Imagine something like Alomomola gets translated into some random word. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, is it will... There are certain words that may also mean something else in a different language that will end up getting translated even though they don't need to be translated. I mean, that's how we in real time discovered this 15 minutes ago when it translated FERT to theft. Shiny Zapdos would have been better if it was dark gray with electric blue talons and a beak to look like lightning. That'd be pretty neat. Do I play TCG Pocket? I do, Steven. In fact, we're going to be opening up a 10-pack here shortly. I'm hoping Anne-Marie can get here soon. I don't think she's working today. But I cannot open packs without Anne-Marie. She's my shiny luck charm. Last weekend, we opened up a 10-pack when Anne-Marie was here, and in that 10-pack, I got both of the immersive cards, along with a couple of shinies, rainbow art card, and 2-star alt art. It translates a lot of Pokemon names, I can imagine. I did get the full art Zygarde, Steven. I got that last Sunday, I believe, on stream. When, who was it? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. I'm so sorry if you're lurking. Someone let us know, and I didn't realize this, that you can just start a battle and immediately forfeit, and that counts as participating. You'll see during Guess the Plush. Oh, I imagine I will. Auto battle on? Yeah, that's what I would normally do, but yeah, I found out last week that all you have to do is just start a battle and immediately forfeit. That counts as participating. I wonder if there's any sort of back-end way you can play with those auto-translate settings. Like, I would probably want to leave it on by default, but when we get into things like Guess the Pokemon Plush, I might want to turn it off, just like for that period. When will we do Guess the Plush? I suppose we can do it now. We can go ahead and do it now. Let's play Guess the Pokemon Plush. This is the part of the stream where I have a Pokemon plush. It's on my desk. It's right here. You can't see it, but I can. But I can't remember what its name is. So you have to tell me, what is the name of this Pokemon plush that I have sitting here on my desk? It's not Rowlet. This will be interesting. It's not Chandelure. Not Darkrai. Not Poliwire. Interesting. Not Munchlax. Not Shiny Darkrai. Not Poliwrath. Not Poliwrath. Not Snorlax. Not Snorlax. You're back to defend yourself against a 3-foot-tall redheaded wannabe Hulk. Oh my gosh, man, Team Matt. How badly did you get beat up? Not Chimchar, not Poliwhirl. I'm guessing Poliwire was Poliwag? It was either Poliwag or Politoed at this point. Not Eevee, not Abra, not Azurill. Nephew may have won with a low blow. Oh my gosh. Not Poliwag. All right, not Floor. Whatever floor is, John Streckard, it's not floor. Not Chimchar. Type Poliwhirl that was changed to Poliwire. Okay. Not Charcoal. Not Manaphy. Not Shiny Hisuian Floor. Is that Zorua? Gotta finish the Snorlax Shiny Hunt. Get it done, Matt. Yes, okay. The floor is also floor. Not Illumise. Not LOL My. Not Tram. Not Shells. This is terrible. Not Pikachu. Game ain't cooperating. Which game? Is it in here? Is it in Fire Red Leaf Green? You only see Zorua, so maybe translates off for you. It could be. It's not Ting Lu. It says it translates. It says it translated Ting Lu, but it says Ting Lu. It's not Skorupi, not Leaf Green. If you hold your cursor over the message, it shows the original. Oh, okay, Bagon. Gotcha. Okay, that's annoying. Azurill is floor. Okay. Yeah, Blastoise, Abraham from Game Corner, and now doing Snorlax for a month or two. Congratulations on Abraham. Not Mew, not Wo-Chien, not Salamence. This is a Gen 2 Pokemon. Not Zapdos. Zapdos is not a Gen 2 Pokemon, Chem. Not Durant. That got translated too, John. Not Abrahaha. That got translated. Not Articuno, not Ladybug, not Skarmory, not Girafarig, not Cyndaquil, not Houndour. Congratulations on the Pink Hog. Not Suicune, not Spinda. But Kiro is correct. It is, in fact, Totodile. And me also guessing Totodile. It is Totodile. I can't believe Jerry didn't get it, but he's probably eating pancakes. It's Totodile. Good job, Kiro. Good job, Mia. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into. There's Jerry. Jerry got it. It's Totodile. Let me go into the features here. Stream settings, edit. Is it for Pokemon Center for ZA pre-order? It was not. Got a few years ago. Captain certification, what is this? Oh, okay. Ah, there it is, live chat translation. I can turn it on and off. Okay, perfect. Alright, so now I know that in future streams, I can turn that off during Guess the Pokemon Plush. Shiny Cornhole, you did misguess the Marvel superhero. It was Venom. Carnage Unleashed, Volume 5, all the Venom comics from 1994 to 1995. You have a massive Totodile plush? That's cool. Yeah, Matthew, me too. I mean, I wanted to check it out, like, firsthand, but now that I see how terrible it is, yeah, we will just turn that off during that section of the stream. Welcome back, Mewtwo. Your own son, you didn't get it. You didn't. I'm very disappointed, Jerry. I wonder if YouTube will try to translate your first name. Type it out. Let's see. It did not. It did not try to translate it. Yeah, it was a release comic from 1984. 1984. Are you talking about the Marvel Superhero Secret Wars #8? Spider-Man in the black costume doing the jazz hands? But it didn't. Me too. But what if it did? That'd be pretty crazy. I can't believe how badly Cam crushed me at this challenge, time-wise. Oh, okay, nice. 252, very cool. Yeah, it's interesting, a little bit of a convoluted history of Venom. Like there's certain characters where it's like, okay, what is actually the first appearance? And it's a little difficult because the first full appearance of Venom was Amazing Spider-Man 300 in 1988. But then there were also cameo appearances by him in Amazing Spider-Man 298 and 299 and a couple of Web of Spider-Man comics. I'm blanking on which issues. I think 16 might have been one of them. But going even back further than that, Venom originally came from the black suit, the alien black suit that Spider-Man had. And while its first canonical appearance was in Secret Wars #8, that was when Spider-Man got the suit. Because of scheduling, um, that issue came out after Amazing Spider-Man 252, which took place after Secret Wars. So with release order, 252 is the first appearance of the costume, even though it, it first showed up in a later comic. I enjoyed Venom on that '70s show. Oh, Two for Grace. Is Venom even considered a superhero? Anti-hero, vigilante, former villain. It's loose. It depends on the writer. It depends on the day. Depends on who is the Venom. This era for Venom was more hero than anything else. I think he'd stopped eating brains at this point. But that's awesome, Shiny Cornholio. That's a great comic. Not too many people don't understand Kirby created Wolverine just to fight the Hulk and later made him a mutant. Well, it wasn't Kirby, Shiny Cornholio, but you're right. You're right. Wolverine was not originally intended to be a mutant. The claws on the gloves were just claws on the gloves. And I think at one point he was supposed to be like an actual mutated Wolverine, but they scrapped that idea for being too stupid. It wasn't until Chris Claremont decided that he wanted to use the character in the new X-Men team that he became an actual mutant. I gotta head out, picking up Mom in a bit. Catch on tomorrow's stream. Sounds good, Jerry. Be good. Tell Mom I said hello. Mutate Wolverine animal too stupid, but Rocket the Raccoon wasn't. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I mean, Rocket the Raccoon's still like a raccoon. Imagine like a Wolverine that mutated into a human. That's okay, yeah, it's all dumb. You're right. It's all dumb. Rocket Raccoon's hilarious. He's pretty cool. Leave it as Wolverine size, but now make it grumpy. Pretty much. Rocket is a G. Yep, good old Taser face. Man, they changed him a lot for the movie. Rocket's perfect. Rocket's pretty cool. A body hang by level 2 civilization ants. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of what they were doing with Kang in the first place. Like, Shankar and Julio, I gotta be honest, like, this is horrible to say. I'm kind of happy the situation went the way it did because I was not thrilled with their version of Kang. I was like, oh, at least we don't have to deal with this anymore. Now, I mean, the sad thing is I'll never be able to do an actual version of Kang. But, yeah, that was pretty crazy. If you want to see a good Kang, go watch Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Rocket's story gets real in the third film. Yeah, it was sad. How do I feel the first Wolverine that comes to mind is Liev Schreiber? Uh, confused? Confused, but, you know, um, Liev Schreiber's a good actor. Or just change the actor like they did with War Machine. Yeah, you know, come to think of it, no, I guess I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speculate or explain or justify or question any decisions that Marvel has made with their movies in the last several years. He was wrong for that film. I do prefer the Liev Schreiber Sabretooth over the Tyler Mane. I mean, even I don't know. I had a lot of problems with the X-Men franchise, but even that first movie, I was like, I don't know what they're trying to do with Wolverine. This is crazy. Or Sabretooth, I mean. I don't know what they were trying to do with Sabretooth in the first movie. Made the strongest Kang like a Timu Iron Man. Yeah, it wasn't great. Yeah, I mean, I guess by default the best X-Men movie was the second one, and even that I had some issues with. But I'm very hard to please when it comes to comic book adaptation movies. I'm like unnecessarily hard to please. You're like second one, but you haven't read the comics. Yeah, I mean the second one was pretty decent. I think like out of all of them, that is again by default kind of the best one. So have you had to watch Daredevil? John, I gotta be honest with you, me too. Me too. This week was just I was so busy getting ready for my mom to come visit, I didn't get a chance to sit down and start binging it. But I will. I promise I will. At this point, I think I might just wait till the season's over and then just like binge the whole thing in one day. I mean, I've been hearing nothing but good things about it, which is good. Second X-Men movie was the best. Do you agree? Yeah, but again, like even then, like there's some issues I had with it. Um, but it was good. like the prequel series, like with First Class, Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, they started off fairly well. Like I enjoyed First Class. I didn't think it was, bad. Um, I enjoyed First Class, and Days of Future Past was pretty fun. But then it just got wild. Um, I mean, one of my biggest complaints was that each one of those movies was supposed to take place in a separate decade. First Class in the 60s, Days of Future Past in the 70s, Apocalypse in the 80s, Dark Phoenix in the 90s. Yet the cast did not age. So we're talking about a 30-year gap between the first movie and the last movie, but all the actors looked exactly the same. That's stupid. I had a migraine earlier on. Yikes. I'm sorry, Meta Champion. Uh, I didn't like that. And then, yeah, what they did with some of the characters, that was kind of silly. But I thought Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy did great. I thought they were great casting for young Magneto and Professor X. I was happy with that. Enjoyed First Class because of James McAvoy and Rose Byrne in particular. Enjoyed Days of Future Past and then drove it off a cliff. Yeah, I didn't even. Honestly, I didn't even bother watching Dark Phoenix. Apocalypse was enough for me. That was just so silly. But there are still things that they did, like in Days of Future Past, that I thought were weird. Like, why did Kitty Pryde have the ability to transfer Wolverine's subconscious back to the past? Like, what the heck was that? Didn't make any sense. But it was nice to see the original actors. Hugh Jackman might have demanded it. Hugh Jackman demanded that that Kitty Pryde sent his psyche back. Can we see something else hatching? I get a little bored seeing masks. Dang. Hope you get some. What's up, Mewtwo? Just going to the path. No, I'm fine with that. I mean, I understand them wanting to use the most popular character, but it didn't make any sense to have Kitty Pryde be the one that did it. Just got your 6th deluxe pack immersive on the alt this time. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, Mewtwo. I still don't have any of. I don't even have one of that immersive. Why did you get a deluxe pack? How did you just now open a deluxe pack? Am I missing something? I had to claim your 30 days ago. Oh, okay, gotcha. I know they're sometimes given as rewards, but it's been a while since I've seen that as a reward. I was wondering what was currently happening, but I guess Mewtwo just hadn't claimed it yet. Come on, Zapdos. You got your gold rare candy in your last one? Dang. Lucky. Very lucky. Yeah, exactly, Shiny Cornelio. Exactly. Juggernaut's never been a mutant, but they made him a mutant. Thank you, Brett Ratner. Yeah, the third X-Men movie was terrible. The start to finish terrible. It's pretty cool because you didn't get to collect a lot of that set because of life getting real. Yeah. I'm glad you were able to get that one. I'm not, like I said, I'm unnecessarily hard to please when it comes to comic book movies. But whenever a comic book movie becomes popular, it makes me happy. They'll cast The Rock to play you in your autobiography movie. I hope they do, Ari. I can't think of anyone better. Stream will be ending in an hour. When you first saw Long Way third film in 2006, your first thought was, what the heck is this? Exactly. Happy Saturday, Ariana. Hope you're doing well. Who would play Hefty if he had a biography? Probably someone stupid. Michael Jackson wanted to be Spider-Man in a movie, and Lee refused, so Michael said he would buy Marvel. And how did that turn out for Michael Jackson? I'm gonna say you. I think you'd be a good person to play me Mewtwo. Not shinies. Sorry, I owe you some pictures. I need to send you some pictures of Absolute Batman and Absolute Superman characters. I don't, unless you already saw it, Ariana. You might have seen it on the internet. The pictures of Absolute Deathstroke. Pretty awesome. Particularly because by Nick Dragata art. Okay, all right. Don't look it up, Barry. Don't look it up. I will send it to you after stream. Yeah, I'll send you pictures. Pretty exciting. I wasn't expecting it, and the storyline they're doing is interesting. With him, he's still kind of he's not necessarily like a mercenary. He's still more of like the military type character. Took Stanley to be drugged and put into a nursing home cell. It's so sad what happened to Stan towards the end of his life. I felt really bad for him. My favorite of the bird trio is probably Articuno. I think Moltres has my favorite shiny out of the three, but just as a Pokemon, I would say Articuno is my favorite. What about you, Wave Zone? Which one's your favorite? Watching Mallrats last night, you saw Stan Lee, and you're like, you missed that guy? Yeah, he was really good in Mallrats. Think Articuno is your favorite too, Ariana? Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good Pokemon. I like it. I like the design a lot. Zapdos is your fave? Has been since you were a little kid? Very cool. Oops. Yeah, Zapdos is pretty neat. I certainly don't dislike any of them. Zapdos is so raw, definitely your favorite of the trio. Fair. Yeah, I agree, Ari. I agree. I think all three of the Galarian birds look really nice. John Strecker's a big Zapdos fan. You love Articuno. Articuno doesn't love you. And that's you know what? That's too bad for Articuno. Articuno's missing out me too. You met him a couple times at Wizard World in Chicago. I'm jealous, Shiny Cornholio. I wish I had the chance to meet him. Articuno's most elegant, Zapdos the coolest. Moltres looks like a rubber chicken, but you still love him. He is very rubber chickeny. Articuno was a painful lesson in your life. That's right. I forgot about that, Ariana. C2E2? Ah, I'm jealous of you too, John. Now, I have had the pleasure of meeting Gene Colan before he passed away, J. Scott Campbell, and Jay Lee. But those are pretty much the only three creators I've met personally. Merlin's trying to love you with the kneading claws, but they're sharp. Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Like you feel bad. You're like in pain. You're like bleeding, but like you feel bad about saying anything. There's something. Oh yeah, no, I'm really happy I was able to meet them. Stan, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, David Duchovny, and Gillian Anderson on the same day. Wow, that is a lot of celebrities all at once. It's crazy. Thought he'd be taller, probably so. Just over, I knew it without the proper setup. Yeah, Ariana. Heartbreaking. Mm. Actually staying right next to him, but you had no idea that was what he looked like, so you didn't say hello. What? Mewtwo. That's crazy. Local influencer. Let's see, who else have I met? I've met Julie Benz, and then there's the one time, like, the one, like, oh, and I met Paul Scheer, but, like, those are at, like, conventions. Like, the only time I've met, oh, and I met Emerald Lagasse once, in an airport. But the one time I like out like just like in the world, just like living my life and ran into celebrities was I met I always forget the second guy's name. Hold on. Let me look this up. I want to get it right. I want to pay my respect. Cedric Yarborough and Carlos Alizraqui, Deputy Garcia, from both of them from Reno 911. I met both of them. I was at the bar one night, and they just popped in to like sit down, have a couple of drinks, and get some dinner. They just stopped in to town for the night, and were staying at a bar or staying at a hotel because they were driving up to their friend's wedding in New York. And so the town that I live in is where they decided to stop off for the night, and they just popped in to grab some dinner and a drink, and got to talk to them for a little bit. That was back in '08. It was during the writer's strike slash actor's strike of '08. So that was pretty neat. Julie Bender, Jelly. Yeah, she was really nice. She was a nice lady. Nathan Fillion's on your list for the rookie Firefly, and now Guy Gardner. Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. Quote him the line, Excelsior, nice. Based on the frequency of resets, you're definitely overawed at that point, and then it shined, and then it KO'd yourself. Ugh. Poor Ariana. I know I have that picture somewhere. John Strecker, that's incredible. That I'm jealous. You have no idea how jealous I am of that. That's insane. Good lord. Let's see, how is the AI? Can I search for this? Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. I searched for Julie and it found the picture. Well, okay, it says Julie in the background. Here's me and Julie in 2009 at San Diego Comic-Con. Thank you for not failing the Drago. You're welcome, you two. I would have been very sad. Did reclaim it a month or so later, but still, you're always prepared after that. It's a lesson that everyone needs to learn, right? Look the same. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much the same. I would like to think. See if I take the glasses off. I don't know what the best way is to do this. There's me. There's me. I think pretty much the same. Young Hefty. I was 29. In fact, I turned 29 that weekend. San Diego Comic-Con always seems to fall right around my birthday. We're definitely going to hit 2,000 today, which is pretty exciting. Was I jealous of John for meeting that Stranger Things kid? Well, it was cool that John met the Stranger Things guy, but I'm just jealous of John in general. He just lives an incredible life. I always wanted to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I always did too. It was always on my bucket list. She didn't ask about Buffy. She didn't ask about Buffy. Thankfully, otherwise I would have had to break her heart. But no, what was funny is that was... Alright, spoilers for a show that is 17 years ago. That was the Comic-Con after they filmed Dexter Season 4, but before season 4 aired. So it was like season 4 of Dexter was going to start airing like the next month, which is her last season in the show. So like everyone's like, "Oh man, I love you in Dexter. You're so good in Dexter." Blah blah blah. And meanwhile, it's like, well, she's not gonna be in it after this season, and like she was already done filming, but no one knew that at the time. I also got a Rita bobblehead signed by her. Dexter is so old. Dexter is so old. It started in, probably started in like 2005. Hope my mom has an amazing Mother's Day. I hope so too. Doesn't she return cameos later? She might have. I don't remember. So long ago. It's such an old show. Yeah, John's homies with all the Stranger Things people. Favorite episode of Big Bang is when James Earl Jones and Sheldon are ding-dong ditching Carrie Fisher's home. That's how she is when she's really mad. James, it's not funny anymore. That sounds like a pretty good episode. That sounds pretty funny. Yeah, 2006 to 2013 is when the original Dexter series aired, Ariana. 2006 to 2013 was the first, whatever that was, 7 or 8 seasons. And then Original Sin started up a couple years ago, I think. I think it was the year. Hold on, when did 6 Feet Under end? I think it might have been the year after 6 Feet Under ended. Yep, year after 6 Feet Under ended. So we went straight from 6 Feet Under to Dexter. Keith, tell me about what's going on in your life. Mild Mandela affected. Right now, you're telling me Buffy and Dexter were airing at the same time. If Buffy was still airing in 2006. Wow. No. Buffy ended in 2003. Oh my gosh, I'm off. I'm off by 1. How did that happen? I'm going to assume I overestimated. There we go. Already off train at the new job, picked up relatively fast, so you were already making tips your second official day. Good job, Keith. I'm so proud of you. Buffy was very much a mom show to you growing up? Gotcha. No shiny. Look how insanely orange that beak and feet are on the shiny. Dexter was something all the girls your age on Tumblr were into. That tracks. Started watching mid-third season. Okay. Yeah, I could never get into Buffy. I could never get into Buffy. I could never get into Firefly. As many times as I've tried, I couldn't do it. What's up, Cyber? Good to see you. Talks of needing a new manager, so you're hoping you can get in on that action. They told you none of the older hires are viable for the job. So you think if you bust some butt, you could be in the running? I bet you could. You can do anything if you put your mind to it, Keith. Anything. You love the Underworld movies. I saw the first one. I enjoyed the first one. For some, not for some reason, for no reason. I never watched the other ones. How many total are there? You're welcome, Keith. You don't know? Oh, you're gonna make me look it up. Underworld franchise. Five. Okay, 5 total movies. Yeah, I remember when Evolution came out. I think I remember when Rise of the Lycans came out. I was not aware of Awakening or Blood Wars. $13,500 checks on your current phase. Good job, Keith. Is that still for Cubone? No shiny. Yeah, I'm sorry, Keith. I tease you, but I'm also sad. You make me sad, Keith. First one holds up the most. That yeah, I could see that. Just gotta keep focusing on how orange that nose and feet are. That beak looks like a carrot. We're looking for the carrot beak. Tell Keith about Furt. Keith, did you know that Furt is apparently Romanian for theft? There was a prequel and not having Kate Beckinsale. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure that probably hurt its box office when you take out the 1 star your franchise has. You had no idea? Yeah, so there's this new thing, Keith, that YouTube's doing in the chat where it's auto-translating messages, which is a neat concept, obviously. Like, I like that because now, like, I don't feel bad when people come in here that don't speak English and they're probably saying something like, "You're nice. I like your stuff," and then we end up having to like time them out. But it's also changing things that don't need to be changed. So like they dropped the exclamation point "furt," and on my side, what I saw was exclamation point "theft." It tracks because when you fart, you steal the air right out of your lungs. Nice, Keith. Why haven't I found it yet? Jeez, I wish I could give you that answer. But considering we're not even at 2,000 checks yet, I'm not too worried. Not worried yet. But yeah, so also playing guest Pokemon Plush was a nightmare because there's a lot of Pokemon names that it will auto-translate. Exclamation point theft, shiny, hefty shiny luck, right? Why are you stealing something that's non-existent? BRB? Alright, go take care of them doggy chores. How many checks was I starting to get worried on Drago? Honestly, for how slow those checks were, once we hit like 9,000 Mewtwo, I started to get disheartened. And I think you can see that in the video. Let's take a look at that real quick. Let's take a look at this. We're having fun. We're messing around. We can take a look at this. Welcome back, Jess. Let's change this to... this. How big is this going to be? Oh, that's way too big. That's way too big. Hold on a second. The screen. Okay, that's better. What is that I want to do? Let's do this. Okay, there we go. Let's crop the top. Alright, let's watch this for a second. And watch my eyes. Wave Zone, yep, definitely have played some Mystery Dungeon games. We have a lot of fans in the Mystery Dungeon games here in the chat, actually. So, here I am when we hit 7,000 checks. God, this was such a long time ago. Is it going to be shiny? Oops. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, please. Hold on. That hat looks familiar. It's a very nice hat. Because we want to focus on my face. My handsome face. Alright, let's see this work now. Alright, so here is 7,000. Off to work. Keith, have a great rest of the day. Here we go. This is number 8,000 coming up here. And I look somewhat excited. I look optimistic. Check number 8,000. And not happy. And then here we go. Here's check 9,000. This is where I started to get nervous. And I just started to give up. Here's 10,000. And I'm sad. Here's 11,000. I've given up completely. I'm so drained. I was very drained. It is 11,000 shiny. No. $12,000. No. And then here is 13,000. You can't see my face, or at least not too well. Let's change this now. And then here we go. 1,072 checks on the Regilecki, 13,272 checks on the Regidrago. And there's the shiny Regilecki. $1,073 checks. And then I caught it. All right, here we go. 14,000 on the Regidrago. Not shiny. $15,000 on the Regidrago. Not shiny. 16,000. At this point, I had given up. Zagged indeed. Look at that face. Look at that face. But then, 840 encounters later, 57th stream. Yes, Kim, it was. And the last stream before the teal mask came out. Exactly, Med Champion. You really could. Here we go. It finally showed up. I couldn't believe it. I actually got choked up. Good times. So that was then. This is now. Let's see if we can get a super under odds Zapdos. Let's see if we can get a Zapdos in under 2,000 checks. Not there. Yeah, that was a rough hunt. We need a DLC release to make this happen quicker, right? Congrats on finally getting the Drago. Thank you, Kim. Can y'all believe this will take 16,000? I hope not. How many hours is that about? I would say, if I had to estimate it, it was 171 hours. $171, which would be over 1 week straight. Like if I were hunting for it 24/7, it would have been over a week. Which sounds less impressive that way than I feel 57 streams does. That's the one time we got Hefty reacts to Hefty, exactly. It's almost double the number of hours on the leaf green save file. That's true. Yeah, Kira, you're 100% right. Here's the crazy thing. 16,000 is not too uncommon for this hunt. This is a 1 in 8192 hunt. Regidrago was a 1 in 4096. So it would be very, very likely, or I shouldn't say likely, it'd be very possible to go over 16,840 for the Zapdos, or any of the following 6 hunts that we're going to do in this game. But percentage-wise, Drago is a lot worse. And Chem, yeah, I would say as far as cumulative odds, the Entei was probably the highest. Right, somewhere around 10,000 checks. At least resets are vastly quicker. Yes. Yes, that is a huge, huge factor. And also the fact that the first, I think it was to 12,000 checks. The first 12,000 checks I did on one system. I didn't start dual hunting until after 12,000 checks. I don't think any mods are here. And I don't know if I have it set up the same way as you're on yours. I don't know if Jerry set up the exact same way. Oh, he did. Okay, good. 91.3. 91.3. That might not be the highest cumulative. Oh, wait, that's 4096. Okay, yeah, my odds isn't set the same way as yours. It's not set the same way yours is, Cam. Regidrago just always full odds, though, right? Now I'm wondering, since that is just regular odds, odds 16,840. So what was the cumulative on Regidrago? 98.36%. Yeah, I would definitely say Entei was the highest cumulative. Only hunted the lucky, so you're dreading hunting the Drago? No, John. With your luck, you're gonna get it really fast. Do I have shiny odds? No. I mean, charm odds? Do I have charm odds? I don't know what commands I have. Honestly, Cam, I know your commands better than I know my commands. That's not going to work. I can't put a space. Yeah, 99 is crazy. 99% is pretty wild. Okay, there we go. 99.93%. So my Entei was 99.93%, approximately. We should keep counting your Charmander after 10,000 to figure out what you're currently on. Oh my gosh, Kiro. I hope you get quickly. You just went 13,000 on a hunt, so it hasn't been the best recently. So that means that you're due for an under odds hunt, John. That's how I look at that. That's how I prefer to see it. All right, let's take this up to 2,000. Let's take this up to 2,000 checks, and then we'll end, you know, maybe 10 minutes early. Just so I can spend time with Mama. She's making a lot of noise out there, and I want to make sure that she's not screwing anything up. We're getting into birth years, too. Here we go. Bottom screen is 1980. Let's see if we can get on check 1980. Oh yeah, Pocket. We gotta do Pocket. Thank you for the reminder. Have a good time. Get her a lovely breakfast tomorrow. Absolutely will. We'll do a 10-pack right now. Geez, I will let you know about that later. That's a whole story. It's a whole story. Alright, let's open up a 10-pack. We're gonna do the Dialga packs. Ooh, someone's trying to trade me. Oh, Brick Wallkeeper. And he's got nothing on his trade list. Ugh. Sometimes people just, what the heck. Fine, you're getting Napoleon. I don't care. You can Uber Eats deliver your month orders. I think you can. I think that's something that Uber Eats can do, or DoorDash, or whomever. That'd be adorable. Alright, let's open up. Here we go. Space Time Smackdown. We're opening up the Dialga. Open up a 10-pack. Here we go. I'm probably not going to get any new cards, but we'll try. Yeah, 1-800 Flowers will work. Alright, Wormadam, Rampardos, Togepi, Shinx, and Mesprit. Duskull, Skorupi, Stunky, Shaman, and Cranidos. Roselia, Gligar, Roserade, Wormadam, and Rampardos. Gloom, Piloswine, Bidoof, Riolu, and Giant Cape. Regidrago, Bibarel, Finneon, Bibarel, and Honchkrow. Bronzor, glad you're having a great day, Jess. Magnemite, Combi, Cranidos, and Shaman. Kirlia, Stunky, Floatzel, Gligar, and Mightyena. Drifblim, Washrotom, Electabuzz, Snover, and Registeel. Piloswine, Combi, Apom, Skorupi, and Togetic. Luxio, Eevee, Heat Rotom, Morotom, and Piloswine. And that's it. Okay, nothing new. But that was to be expected. Really, all I needed there was the reactional cards. Immersive cards, whatever you want to call them. Alright, let's finish up these last 10 checks. Worst 10 pack ever. I wasn't expecting too much, particularly since Anne-Marie's not here. But oh well. We need Anne-Marie next. Yeah. If Anne-Marie was here, we would have gotten it. Gambling at its best right there. Exactly. What's up, Loops? Good to see you. I mean, the good thing is that it was gambling that didn't involve any money. So I got that going for me at least. Freaking Anne-Marie, that's what I'm saying. 1983, 1984. Pack points for any immersive cards. Oh, heck no. Heck no, I haven't. I wonder how many pack points I have for that set. I have 415 points for that set. Not even enough for a full art card. (1985, 1986). Your birth year is the only one with 3 consecutive numbers until 2100? That's crazy. How you do that? $900 hourglasses across your 2 accounts. Doing the cheese strat. Oh my goodness. Here we go. The top screen is going to be 1987. Do you know how much it would annoy Cam if I got a shiny on his birth year? Not shiny though. Here we go, 1990. You're such a hoarder. You really are. No shiny. Cam, honestly, would you be happy or annoyed if I got a shiny on your birth year? Why was 5 afraid of 8? Because 6, 7. Hey, nice, Ariana. 6, 7. Shiny. You have weird problems spending resources in mobile games? I do too, and that I spend them quickly. 6, I already forgot how to do it. 6, 7. Thank you, Big Cheese, for the 6, 7. Hello? Did you just knock? Huh. I thought she knocked at the door, but she didn't. And John coming in with the 6, 7. Happy because my friend will have found a shiny. That's pretty sweet of you, Cam. You're a sweet boy. I don't care what Kiro says about you. You're a sweet boy, Cam. All right, 95 and 96. Not shiny. Never saying anything bad about Cam. I mean, not in chat. I mean, don't make me go to the DMs, Kiro, with all your rants that you send every day. I'm not a girl, I'm a boy. I mean, I'm a man. That's right. I want to play TCG Pocket, but you have this problem with games where you don't know how what to do because there's so much. I get you, Jess. Here we go. Last 2 checks, 1999 and 2000. Can we get a shiny? No, we cannot. All right, we will be back tomorrow. But thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone for being you and yourselves. And thank you to Clocky for the 32 months. And thank you, Kiro, for the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you, Cheese and John Streckert, for the 6 7s. I will tell my mom that you love her and wish her a happy Mother's Day. Cheese, thank you for speaking for everyone. But thank you all for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Be good. Take care. Be safe. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. And I will see you on the next one. Take care and Bye bye.